She broke the American record and set the second fastest time in the history of women's hurdles. But as the Olympics arrived, Kendra Harrison was nowhere to be seen. In 2016, Kendra had seemed unstoppable. She was winning every single event she entered, and on the day of the Prefontaine Classic, she ran the 100-meter hurdles in a mind-blowing 12.24 seconds, second only to the world record of 12.21, set 28 years earlier in 1988. As the Olympics closed in, all eyes were on Kendra to bring home a gold medal and make America proud. But there was one thing standing between Kendra and her Olympic dream: the ruthless and somewhat controversial US Olympic trials. See, around the world, each event in each country has their own rules for determining which athletes are sent to the Olympics. Many countries have a discretionary selection process, which takes into account the athletes' past performances in World Athletics sanctioned events. But in the US, the athletes are selected via a brutal all-or-nothing trial event. Only the top 3 athletes in the final race of the US Olympic trials will go on to represent the US. So, on the final race of the trials, Kendra lined up at the starting line and...
Kendra in lane 2. She's not even close. Brianna Rollins wins it.
She came in at 6th place. Kendra Harrison had failed when it mattered most, and she wouldn't be going to the Olympics. Kendra was heartbroken. However, just 2 weeks after that devastating loss, Kendra's coach encouraged her to shake it off and enter another race as soon as possible. Kendra swallowed her pride and once again dragged her feet to the starting line. This time at the London Diamond League. Kendra looked along the starting line, spotting the other 3 US runners, the same 3 runners who were getting ready to head to Rio to live her dream. She knew that people would be watching this race closely, eager to see the 3 US Olympic picks in action. So it was at that moment she decided that this race would be her revenge. If she could manage to run her personal best, she'd likely leave the others far behind, making a mockery out of the US selection process. As the starting pistol fired, Kendra powered over each hurdle, and she absolutely decimated the other runners.
Look at Kenny Harrison storming away with this, and look at the margin of victory.
But as Kendra crossed the finish line and looked at the clock, her victory felt hollow. She realised that the time was only barely better than her time 2 weeks prior. The others must have just been taking it easy in the lead up to the Olympics. Right? Let's look at that ending again.
Well, that was strange. The clock seemed to run on and on long after she'd gone through the line.
Kendra had ducked under the timing beam as she crossed the line, and the clock hadn't stopped until second place finished. When the officials reviewed the footage to get an accurate time, the figures on the screen reset.
12:20, she's broken the world record.
A young woman who's not even going to the Olympic Games. I mean, that is one of the question marks against the American selection system, isn't it?